What's up, Wolfpack? Um, this isn't my normal video, mainly because I'm angry. Uh, so I'm gonna do a little gaming video and complain about the gym for a little bit, and then if I have anything else on my mind, we'll talk about that. Anyways, we're gonna be playing some Terraria. One of my favorite games, or actually my favorite game of all time. I do need to make a character though, so let me. I need to think of a. I'm gonna worry about this right now, and then I will complain when I'm ready. Because I'm not happy. I'm really annoyed that I couldn't have my gym bag with me. And first of all, or well, before I say anything about my complaints, please don't harass the gym. I'm not gonna name the gym, but you guys could probably figure it out. So don't harass them of any kind. Um, I need to think of a name here. Gym bag. Bang. Alright. Gotta get dripped out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Need like... It's not undershirt, yeah. Gonna be real yellow. I like that idea. And like, just some brown shoes here. All right, this is our guy. And I already did make a world because that takes a long time. Anyways, I'm gonna complain about the gym because they kicked me out for having my bag. First of all, they do have locker rooms in there, so it's not like I can't have my bag on me at all. I just don't like locker rooms. So this is more on me, or well, my beliefs than their policy. But I really just wasn't happy. I used to bring like a string bag, and they never really complained about that. But the string bag was breaking down, and I was worried about my equipment falling out. So I decided to, or well, yeah, I decided to let my mom know because I can't afford anything right now. That I would love a gym bag. So today we met up because it's her day off and she wanted to come see me. Which, thank you, Mom. It really does mean a lot to see my mom. But I got the bag, did a little shopping, and I mean once we get back, or well, I had everything planned out. I wanted to, or I had a late night class today. Wanted to get that done and over with, go straight to the gym, and film my stuff. But like I said, they kicked me out. Or well, I shouldn't say they kicked me out. They said I couldn't lift with it on the floor. So let me clarify. It was more of my decision to not use the locker room because I don't trust the locker rooms. Which, if you guys want me to, I can go on a rant about how I don't like locker rooms. I think they're awful. And if you guys have anything else, I could talk about that. But overall, not happy at all. If you guys, or well, if you guys can, I'm asking for your support to share this around with the hopes that I can find a gym that will allow me to have a gym bag on me while I'm lifting, because I just don't want to use the locker room. That's really my only complaints. It is a lot more on my beliefs than their policy, which it is their policy. So technically, I was breaking it beforehand. So I'm not like I'm under I understand why they did it because it's their policy, but just don't agree with it. So please promote the video. You know, let your friends know. Get them in contact with some businesses, and if you know if a gym sees this and they want me to promote their stuff, I just need a way to get there and a membership. So if you want to help a guy out, I'm the guy. I mean, that's really my only complaints. Like the gym outside of that's not that bad. I just really didn't like that. Where did I? Really, I put it all the way. Okay, I gotta move that. The bench. It's gonna annoy me. But overall, I'm not someone who likes to get mad. I think if you stay mad, you kind of put yourself in a feedback loop of just anger, which I don't think is a positive thing because you're angry. So I'm really kind of just I wanted to start this off with this to just get it off my chest with hopes that I will, you know, like I need to word this right here. I guess so I can get it out of my mind and let people know my struggles. Or well, it's not, I mean, I guess it's not really a struggle. I think struggle's a little bit of a dramatic word there for this, but that was low-key a clutch door placement right there. But yeah, if there's any gym that wants to that wants some video support from yours truly, let me know, because I am more than willing to go to your gym as long as the two things are mentioned where I get a membership, which you will need to provide it. I cannot afford anything right now. And just some transportation, which that one's going to be a little bit more difficult, I guess. I also don't really have a plan for this video. I really just wanted to complain about that, and then I was kind of hoping more stuff would come to me, but it hasn't. I guess we'll just play the game for now to give some commentary. Overall, you know, Terraria is probably one of my more, you know, one of the games I enjoy a little more. Like, I find it very soothing, find it very calm. I played it back in, like, I want to say 2015, 2014. You know, a bunch of people at the daycare that I used to go to would be playing it, and they got me in on the hype, and I'm really happy they got me in on the hype, because there's so much content in this game, like all the different NPCs, all the different bosses, you know, you can the multiple classes, which allows you to play the game a little differently, which I'm a melee guy. But for this one, I'm going to do a little bit of mage, just because I want to switch it up. But like, usually, actually I'm going to take some of these. But usually I'm a melee guy. I could rock a mean yo-yo. I think that'd be my go-to. Also, I'm not good at the game. I wanna make that clear. Like, I've played it for a long time, but I'm pretty bad at like dodging attacks. But I have a decent idea of what I'm doing, which I really need to get some torches. Actually, yeah, I have gel. Okay. I guess some things. Damn. Something I could talk about is there's a guy who's running for something in Texas. Let me look this up real quick. Um, his name's James Talrico. And James Talrico. What is he running for, real quick? Let me just. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let me. Okay. Okay, he's running for state representative. Sorry that took a little bit. But, I was looking through a couple of, like, his, I guess, political beliefs. That's the best way to put it. Overall, I think he has, like, some good ideas. Like, a lot of the things I saw is that he's kind of like a trust buster almost, which I think is very much needed as of right now. A lot of corporations don't have our best interests at heart. Some that I can mention right now is Microsoft. I mean, it's been a little bit now, but when I talked about it in my economy video, they increased Game Pass to about $30 a month, which is about $360 a year outside of tax. And like, I understand that a company, if they want to maximize their profit, but you know, it gets to a point where you can't really afford it. And I think a lot of companies are really trying to teeter that line of affordability and try kind of maximize the amount of money that they can take from their consumers. And I personally was a Game Pass user for a decently long time before this. Actually, I'm not gonna put that on. I don't like that thing. But yeah, I used Game Pass for a pretty long time, mostly because there was some pretty good games on there. Like the last game that I played off of Game Pass was Silksong, which I never got to beat because they increased the price before I could beat the game. But yeah, I really need to need to think of some stuff right now. But a lot of corporations just don't have your best interests at heart, which in favor of the corporations, there's so many people that can't have all your interests at heart because they don't know you, and they have such a huge customer base that if they were truly to listen to everybody, they would probably fail. I they would probably attack, or well, not listen to someone based off of how many people. Like, let's say Nike just I don't know, they cut carbon emissions, but they use like a separate material to cut that emissions. Some people might be against that material, but that material might be needed for them to continue producing with the cut carbon emissions. So like I think it's understandable that, you know, a corporation, you know, doesn't have to, or can't comply with everybody, but a lot of them are very money hungry, and I think that's something that a lot of people can kind of rally behind, is that they kind of want to save their money. So, in terms of the trustbuster stuff that the guy does, I think that's a good idea. Uh, Keep in mind, I don't know a whole lot about them. Oh damn! How did I even die? Oh. Yeah, let me see some of his other policies real quick. Okay. I mean, I also somewhat agree with his immigration, like, I guess, ideology. I'm going off of Google AI, by the way, so take it with a grain of salt. But from what the AI says, his ideology is kind of a uh, like you'll let he'll let them in, but he'll kind of, here, I'll go based off of what the AI says instead of trying to put it in my own words. A giant welcome mat out front and lock on the door. So let me just do some quick teachings real quick, or not teachings. Teachings is the wrong word. Some quick, like, research. Okay. So from the very brief research I just did, what it seems like is that he is completely fine with immigrants coming in, which I agree with. I think immigrants do a lot more for this country than some Americans, and the fact that some of the Republicans are heavily against them is a little absurd. And I think they need to be a little bit more informed on the immigrants of our country. And uh, keep in mind, I am going off the Google AI here, so I could be wrong. But it said one of the policies he would like to implement is have border control where they can X-ray their bags in case there's any fentanyl or kind of like illegal drugs, which I also think is a great idea. I don't know how practical it is. You know, I'm not really in. I don't know how. I just don't really know much about that in general. But if it is practical and you can kind of get a way to do it, I think it's probably the best case scenario. And another thing that came up on there was like was something where he wants a mass overhaul of ICE, which I completely agree with. ICE has gone out of control. I mean, first they shot Renee Good, which is I out of the two that I'm gonna mention here, it's the one I've had people argue for ICE, which I think's a little much. You know, if you look at the body cam footage, you can kind of tell that she wasn't trying to hit him with his car, and I'm pretty sure the training that ICE has says the guy shouldn't even be in front of the car when he's conducting a search, which he failed the training protocol. So I personally think he's in the wrong. Got some Hermes boots, but well, yeah, I just think he's wrong, or ICE is wrong. And then there was the situation with Alex Preddy, which I will say I'm a little bit less informed on compared to Renee Good. But from the knowledge that I have, it seems like they disarmed him. They uh, and then they shot him, which that's wrong. I going purely based off of that, it seems like they just shot him to shot him or to shoot him, which isn't good at all. And uh, I actually saw a tweet from TMZ today saying that the courts decided that that one was a homicide. So hopefully, Alex Preddy gets kind of the justice for what ICE did to him, and for the families that are or that have had to kind of mourn his loss. I'm terribly sorry, and hopefully, you get you don't have any more I guess problems. Or I shouldn't say problem. Hopefully there's no more losses in your family. But from those two things alone, he seems like a guy who kind of knows what he's talking about. Keep in mind, I've done very, very little research on him. I'm going based off of Google AI. So, if I'm wrong about any of his policies, please let me know, critique me, call me a dumbass. Just I want to keep it, make sure that my information is correct more than just my beliefs. Because if we don't go based off of information, we go based more off our beliefs, which could be very rash. Like I'm not gonna say this is 100% true, but as people, I feel like a lot of our decisions are a lot more just irrational, and we don't really have a whole lot of or evidence will show that a lot of our beliefs are probably false. So, if I'm wrong, like I said, critique me. And yeah, I really think that's all I wanted to talk about for today. If I can't record a video at the gym, I'll probably do another one of these, and it'll probably be Terraria again. So, if you guys like it. If not, dislike it. It's your decision. But that's probably the end of the video today. Make sure you be yourself, be the best version of yourself. Keep all hate out of your body. I know I complained earlier in this video, but you really shouldn't have a whole lot of hate in your life, because it'll just cause a negative feedback loop. And I love you guys, and hopefully I'll be at the gym. Was I not recording? Damn, you guys just get this. You guys didn't even see it. All right.